Hello, welcome to easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey. I'm here with Jake Johns to talk about this weekend's massive race, the Irish Oaks at the Curragh this Saturday. Group 1 race, of course. And Jake has been on fine form this week already. He's already found 2 tip of the days out of his 2 tips for the main tip for each day, Monday and Tuesday. Found 2 winners there, as well as finding an 11-2 winner on the weekend. So, without any further ado, let's get cracking onto the Irish Oaks with the informed Jake Johns.
Let's have a look at the old Irish Oaks. I mean, a lot of people are calling it a non-event because there's obviously a very short-priced AP O'Brien favourite. When is there not? Even song at 1-2 in places, you can get a little bit better than that, but it's still odds on. She was incredibly impressive in the Ribblesdale at Royal Ascot, which on paper looked like a pretty good race. I quite like choreographer for that, but way too keen, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong for it. But yeah, she was very, very impressive with the Musadora. No, in the Ribblesdale, I mean. And Ryan Moore didn't really need to get really serious on her, and she just did it like she could be anything. She could be properly good.
Okay.
Maybe not as good as Minding, because everyone says everyone in the yard said that Minding is the best filly they got in the yard, but that was a pretty impressive run. But obviously, I'm not going to be going anywhere near her at 1-2. That's only a Group 2. She's yet to win a Group 1. She's actually even running a Group 1. But I understand why people will be lumping on. But I honestly think it could even. I can't see it getting any better than that. It might go out. Maybe it'll get a little bit better, but it could even get worse.
Okay.
These fancied Ballydoyle AP O'Brien horses usually get absolutely smashed off the boards. I quite like the idea of Turret Rocks as well for Jim Bolger, who's in absolutely flying form. He had a pretty hard start to the year where he wasn't getting many winners at all. Recently, he's had a lot of winners. I think he had 4 in a row not very long ago. He's flying. I think he's got about 20% strike rate, maybe a bit more. Turret Rocks hasn't had a ground so far this year. The dead ground at Epsom wouldn't have suited her at all. She didn't seem to like Epsom either. There's a little bit of rain forecast, but not that much. It's kind of showery rain rather than non-stop rain like you sometimes get in Ireland. And she's currently around 16-1. That's a pretty good price. If the rain stays away, that would be good. That would be a good bet, I think. But the one that I actually like is Harlequin, the horse I tipped in the Oaks at 25-1. She ran an absolutely storming race, finishing 3rd behind Architecture and Minding, and she was really, really keen. Sorry. Okay,
That's some water.
She's really, really keen throughout. Exactly the same as when she was in the Musadora, where she was even more keen. She was ridiculously keen in that at York. Pretty good trial for the Oaks. Won by Somi Dar, who hasn't been seen since, but is apparently incredibly good. She stayed on incredibly eye-catchingly behind her. That was on good ground. That was over 10 furlongs as well, but she clearly doesn't have a problem with the step up a little bit because she ran so well in the Oaks. In the Oaks, she was ridiculously keen the whole way round. I was pretty much discounting her at the start because she was running exactly the same way as she was before. I thought, this is not going to work. I don't think she really liked Epsom that much. She was really green, really, really keen throughout. All the way, she was getting urged along a long way out from Sylvester Sousa, and she was right at the back as well. I thought, she's got no chance. Yep. And then she just kind of stayed on for pressure, really gamely. Caused a bit of interference, actually, as well. But, yeah, if she can run that well in a Group 1 in the Oaks, in the 3rd, she was a long way clear of 4th as well. She needs to settle a little bit. I mean, she's apparently going really well at home. There's no reason, if she settles better, she can't improve massively on that form, and that's 3rd in the Oaks, so that's pretty strong form already. Architecture, you could say the form, it's not that strong, but Architecture only ran 2 weeks later in the race won by Even Song, in the Ribblesdale won by Even Song, so she could have easily been just tired. But I think Harlequin is likely to improve from that run. She goes on any surface because that was on good to soft kind of dead ground at Epsom, and she had that eye-catching run at York on good ground. Mick Channon was also in pretty bad form as well when she ran in the Oaks.
Okay.
And at the moment, he's doing pretty well at the moment. He had a bit of a blip not that long ago, but recently in his last 3 runners, none of them have been more than 2 lengths behind, and he's had a winner. So I actually tipped a winner of his yesterday, I think it was, or it might have been the day before. But yeah, I think she'll go on any ground. She wouldn't mind a bit good to soft. I think 14-1 each way is going to be 3 places, so I think she could easily run into a place. I mean, yeah. Even
so, be on the lookout for any bookmakers that are offering 4 places.
There could be maybe. I don't think that. No, there won't be 4 places. There'll be 3 places. But
going to stick with 3.
Yeah, there'll be 3 places. But yeah, even song obviously too short. Harlequin, I think 14-1, and seeing as even when she runs ridiculously keen, she still manages to finish 3rd in the Oaks. Yeah, I can't see why she wouldn't place in a race like this.
What do you think Shannon has to do to make her less keen?
I don't know, he just has to settle her. I mean, with age, she's likely to settle more and more, so she might be better as a 4-year-old. But she's had quite a big break since she hasn't run since the Oaks. That was quite a while ago now. Yep. So there's no reason why. And apparently she's going quite well. She's going well at home, so I think she could settle more. I don't know who's going to be riding her yet. Possibly Sylvester de Sousa again. But yeah, I think 14-1 each way is all right. So that's what we'll be going with for this. 14-1 each way. Harlequin.
Excellent stuff. So that's 14-1. Another big price pick from our man Jake John. So don't hesitate to put a bet on that using the Easy Odds service, whether it be via the app, mobile or desktop, which is available, of course. All 3 services available for easyodds.com. And don't forget also that we do offer a horse alert service. So any of those horses mentioned in Jake's preview, whether it be Even Song, Turret Rocks, or his tip itself, Harlequin, you can add them all to your horse alert stable and make edits whenever you want. So you can add a new note after each race, or delete a previous note that no longer makes sense. Yep. So you keep on top of your horse stable. That's a really good way of keeping hold of possible profit each time that horse runs, because we will send you an email the morning of the race that each time that a horse in your stable runs. So it's a really good way of making money through easyodds.com. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the Easy Odds YouTube channel, which we have a watermark at the bottom of the video here. Click on that and then press the subscribe button to get Jake's weekly horse racing tips, as well as my football tips moving into the new season. So thanks very much for watching. This is Jake Johns, and once again, Harlequin 14-1 in the Irish Oaks each way is Jake's tip for this week.
Yeah, bye.